For many people, the biggest reason they never switch from Windows to Linux is not performance, security, or software compatibility. It is familiarity. After spending years using Windows, people become comfortable with the Start menu, taskbar, system tray, File Explorer layout, and overall workflow. The good news is that modern Linux distributions have evolved tremendously, and many of them now offer a desktop experience that feels remarkably similar to Windows while delivering better performance, greater privacy, and complete freedom from licensing costs. Today, we are exploring 12 Linux distributions that look like Windows but are often faster, free, and in many cases, better suited for older and newer hardware alike. Starting with one of the most popular options, Zorin OS has become the go-to recommendation for Windows users entering the Linux world. The developers specifically designed it to reduce the learning curve for newcomers. The desktop layout resembles Windows 10 and Windows 11 with a familiar taskbar, Start menu, system tray, and easy navigation. What makes Zorin OS especially attractive is that it combines visual familiarity with a polished user experience. Applications open quickly, system updates are straightforward, and the overall desktop feels modern and responsive. Even users with little technical knowledge can install it and begin working almost immediately. Another excellent choice is Linux Mint. For years, Linux Mint has been one of the most recommended distributions for Windows converts. The Cinnamon desktop environment provides a clean and familiar interface with a bottom taskbar, application menu, and traditional desktop icons. Unlike modern Windows versions that sometimes feel overloaded with background services and advertisements, Linux Mint remains lightweight and focused on productivity. It performs exceptionally well on older computers while still looking polished on modern systems. Many users describe Linux Mint as what Windows would look like if it focused entirely on user experience instead of corporate priorities. Kubuntu is another powerful contender. Built on Ubuntu but featuring the KDE Plasma desktop environment, Kubuntu offers one of the most customizable desktop experiences available in Linux. Out of the box, it can closely resemble Windows, complete with a taskbar, launcher menu, notification area, and familiar workflow. KDE Plasma is known for being surprisingly lightweight despite offering advanced visual effects and customization options. Users can modify nearly every aspect of the interface, making it possible to create an environment that feels almost identical to Windows while benefiting from Linux's speed and stability. Next on the list is KDE Neon. While it shares the KDE Plasma desktop with Kubuntu, KDE Neon focuses on delivering the latest KDE technologies directly from the developers. This means users receive the newest desktop features, visual improvements, and performance enhancements much faster than many other distributions. Neon feels sleek, modern, and extremely responsive. Windows users often appreciate how easy it is to navigate while also enjoying access to cutting-edge Linux innovations. The desktop remains familiar while offering significantly more freedom than Microsoft's operating system. For users who want something even closer to Windows visually, there is Wubuntu. The name itself reflects its goal of combining Windows-like aesthetics with Ubuntu's reliability. Wubuntu includes themes, layouts, and interface elements specifically designed to resemble Microsoft's operating system. Many applications and settings are arranged in ways that make Windows users feel immediately comfortable. While some Linux purists may prefer a more traditional Linux experience, Wubuntu serves an important purpose by making migration easier for people who want familiarity above all else. Then we have Q4 OS, a distribution that surprises many users with its speed. Built with efficiency in mind, Q4 OS uses the Trinity desktop environment, which resembles older versions of Windows such as Windows XP and Windows 7. Despite its lightweight nature, the system remains highly functional and capable of handling everyday tasks. Q4 OS is particularly useful for reviving older hardware that struggles with modern versions of Windows. Computers that feel slow and outdated under Windows often become responsive and enjoyable again when running Q4 OS. Another strong candidate is Feren OS. This distribution was specifically designed to make Linux feel comfortable for Windows users. The desktop environment closely mirrors Windows layouts, and many visual elements are intentionally familiar. What makes Feren OS stand out is its attention to detail. The developers carefully crafted menus, icons, and desktop components to reduce confusion during the transition process. Users can continue working with a workflow they already understand while enjoying Linux's lower resource consumption and improved security. Peppermint OS deserves recognition for combining familiarity with exceptional performance. It provides a traditional desktop experience that Windows users can quickly adapt to while remaining lightweight enough for older hardware. Peppermint OS focuses on speed and efficiency, making it ideal for users who want a fast operating system without sacrificing usability. Startup times are quick, resource usage is low, and the interface remains simple and intuitive. For many people, it strikes an excellent balance between functionality and performance. The next distro on our list is Feren OS. This distribution is often praised for its beautiful design and user-friendly approach. Feren OS uses KDE Plasma and comes pre-configured with layouts that strongly resemble Windows. The developers place significant emphasis on visual polish, ensuring that menus, taskbars, and settings feel familiar. Beyond appearance, Feren OS includes useful tools that simplify software installation, customization, and system management. It delivers a premium desktop experience without requiring users to spend money on licenses or subscriptions. Deepin Linux is another fascinating option. While not an exact Windows clone, its elegant desktop design appeals strongly to users looking for a modern and polished experience. Deepin features smooth animations, organized menus, and an intuitive interface that feels professional from the moment it is installed. The developers have created many custom applications that integrate seamlessly with the operating system. Although it introduces some unique design concepts, Windows users often find it easy to learn while appreciating its speed and visual sophistication. Nitrix also deserves a place on this list. Built around KDE technologies but featuring its own unique desktop enhancements, Nitrix provides a modern environment that can be customized to resemble Windows quite effectively. The distribution emphasizes portability, performance, and ease of use. Applications are distributed through modern packaging technologies that simplify software management. Nitrix appeals to users who want something familiar but also wish to explore innovative ideas that go beyond the traditional Windows model. Finally, we have Voyager Linux, based on Ubuntu and featuring a highly customized desktop environment. Voyager combines visual elegance with practical usability. It includes familiar navigation elements while adding stylish enhancements that improve the overall experience. Windows users often appreciate its balance between simplicity and advanced functionality. The desktop feels responsive, organized, and visually appealing without becoming overwhelming. When comparing these Linux distributions to modern Windows releases, several advantages become clear. First, many Linux systems require significantly fewer hardware resources. Older laptops and desktops that struggle with recent Windows updates can often run Linux smoothly. This allows users to extend the lifespan of their devices rather than purchasing expensive replacements. Second, Linux distributions generally avoid the advertisements, telemetry, and unwanted background processes that many users dislike in modern Windows versions. The operating system works for the user rather than constantly promoting services and products. Security is another major benefit. Linux's architecture and permission model provide strong protection against many common threats. While no operating system is completely immune to security risks, Linux distributions generally experience fewer malware problems than Windows. Regular updates, open-source development, and active communities contribute to a secure computing environment. Customization is also a huge advantage. On Windows, users often have limited control over certain aspects of the interface and system behavior. Linux distributions allow extensive customization, enabling users to modify themes, layouts, animations, icons, and workflows according to personal preferences. Whether someone wants a desktop that looks exactly like Windows 7, Windows 10, or something entirely unique, Linux provides the flexibility to achieve it. Cost is another important factor. Every distribution discussed today is available free of charge. Users can download, install, and use these operating systems without purchasing expensive licenses. Updates are generally free as well, eliminating concerns about upgrade fees or subscription models. The Linux desktop ecosystem has matured dramatically over the past decade. Gone are the days when Linux was only for programmers and technology enthusiasts. Modern distributions offer user-friendly installers, extensive hardware support, graphical software stores, and polished desktop experiences. Many users who make the switch discover that they spend less time troubleshooting operating system issues and more time focusing on actual work, entertainment, and creativity. Ultimately, the best Linux distribution depends on individual needs and preferences. Users seeking the closest Windows replacement may gravitate toward Zorin OS, Linux Mint, Wubuntu, or Chalet OS. Those wanting advanced customization may prefer Kubuntu, KDE Neon, or Feren OS. People with older hardware might choose Q4 OS or Peppermint OS. Meanwhile, users interested in modern design could explore Deepin, Nitrix, or Voyager Linux. What all of these distributions have in common is their ability to provide a familiar Windows-like experience while delivering the benefits that make Linux increasingly attractive in 2026. They are faster, free, highly customizable, secure, and supported by passionate communities. For anyone curious about leaving Windows behind without sacrificing comfort and usability, these 12 Linux distributions prove that the transition can be easier than ever imagined. The future of desktop computing is no longer defined by a single operating system, and with so many excellent Linux choices available today, users have more freedom than ever to choose a platform that truly works for them.